In a bustling tech hub, a crisis unfolded at the headquarters of Innovatech Solutions. The control center was in chaos, red screens flashing ominously as the system had crashed 3 hours prior, halting operations for numerous client companies. The air was thick with tension as Michael Thompson, the chief technology officer, pointed at the screens, demanding answers from his team of 20 highly paid engineers. "Enough! If you're so smart, fix it now!" he shouted, frustration evident in his voice. The engineers, all graduates from prestigious universities, were at a loss. They had been working tirelessly, yet the problem remained unsolved. Amidst the turmoil, a young delivery girl named Mia Johnson, just 24 years old, entered the room with lunch orders. Her thermal backpack still slung over her shoulder. She glanced at the error codes flashing on the screen. "Excuse me," she said, her voice cutting through the noise. "That error is due to a cache memory conflict. You rebooted the primary server without clearing the pending transaction buffer." The room fell silent. 20 engineers, some earning six-figure salaries, stared at her in disbelief. Michael, unable to contain his condescension, laughed mockingly. "Really? A delivery girl thinks she can teach us something? I bet you didn't even finish high school. Why don't you go back to your deliveries and leave the real work to us?" The engineers chuckled, but Mia stood her ground, her calm demeanor contrasting sharply with the chaos around her. "Just remember this moment when the system is back up in 2 minutes after you follow my suggestion," she replied softly, adjusting her backpack strap. Michael's laughter echoed in the room. 2 minutes? This system has been down for hours. You really think you can fix it? But Mia's slight smile hinted at a confidence that made some of the engineers uneasy. 3 days later, Michael couldn't shake the memory of that moment. The system had indeed returned to normal just 2 minutes after following Mia's advice. But he was determined not to let a mere delivery girl have the last laugh. "I got her name," said David Lee, a senior engineer, entering Michael's office with a smirk. "Mia Johnson. Works for 3 delivery apps. And guess what? She dropped out of college in her 3rd year of computer science." Michael raised an eyebrow, intrigued. "Dropped out? Why?" "Apparently, she couldn't afford tuition. Typical case of someone dreaming too big without the means to support it," David replied, unaware of the deeper truth. Mia had left college to care for her mother, who was battling cancer. She worked multiple jobs during the day and taught herself programming at night, using a borrowed laptop in a cramped room. "What bothers me," Michael continued, turning to gaze out the window, "is that people like her think they can come into our world and talk to us as equals. There's a hierarchy, a natural order." David laughed, agreeing. "Exactly. She probably just memorized a few lines of code online and thinks she's an expert. It's just beginner's luck." What they didn't know was that Mia had developed a route optimization system for delivery drivers that outperformed anything Innovatech had created. Her struggle had turned into a learning opportunity, and she was more than capable of solving complex problems. The following Thursday, Michael decided to put Mia in her place. Using his corporate influence, he contacted every delivery app in the city, falsely accusing Mia of inappropriate behavior and disrespect towards customers. Within 24 hours, Mia received notifications that her accounts had been suspended. No explanation, no chance to defend herself, and no income. Sitting in her small apartment, staring at her mother's medical bills, Mia felt a surge of anger and determination. "What's wrong, honey?" her mother, Sarah, asked weakly, entering the kitchen after a chemotherapy session. "Just a problem at work, Mom. I'll handle it," Mia replied, hugging her mother tightly. That night, she turned on her old laptop and began coding again, but this time with a purpose. Fueled by years of humiliation and discrimination, she was building something ambitious, a security vulnerability analysis platform that could identify flaws in corporate systems. For 2 weeks, Mia lived a double life. By day, she searched for jobs to pay her mother's bills. By night, she transformed into a determined programmer. Every rejection and every pitying look became fuel for a project. Meanwhile, at Innovatech, Michael reveled in his victory over Mia. During a team meeting, he couldn't resist sharing the story of how he had blacklisted her. Remember that girl who dared to correct us? She won't be bothering us anymore, he boasted. David laughed, but Jennifer Kim, a senior programmer who had defended Mia, recorded a conversation on her phone. That night, Jennifer felt compelled to act. She reached out to Mia through social media, sharing the recording of Michael's admission. He really did that? Mia asked, incredulous. Worse, he's bragging about it, Jennifer replied, her eyes filled with indignation. We need to create our own justice. Mia took the information Jennifer provided and began implementing her plan. She created fake profiles to connect with CTOs at Innovateka's major clients, offering free security audits. Unbeknownst to them, many vulnerabilities she would find were directly linked to flaws in Innovateka's products. As Mia worked tirelessly, her mother noticed a change in her demeanor. You've hardly slept, Mia. What project is this? Sarah asked one evening. Something that will change our lives, Mom. Trust me, Mia replied, her determination shining through AT Innovatek. Michael received alarming calls from clients about critical flaws in their systems, all traced back to a security expert named M. Johnson. Panic set in as he realized the gravity of the situation. Meanwhile, Mia was 3 steps ahead, preparing a systematic expose of Innovateka's negligence. She had mapped out vulnerabilities that Michael's team had overlooked, and now she was ready to reveal the truth. The following Monday, Michael arrived at the office to find his secretary pale-faced, delivering urgent messages about contract cancellations. 12 contracts, sir, all citing critical security flaws identified by an independent audit, she said nervously. Michael felt the ground shift beneath him. What audit? Who authorized this? He demanded. No one authorized it, sir. A consultant offered free reviews, and they took him up on it. She replied as the phone rang. Michael's heart raced. It was a major client, demanding answers about the vulnerabilities found by M. Johnson. You assured us these flaws didn't exist, the client said, and Michael's hand shook as he realized the extent of the damage in a desperate attempt to salvage his reputation. Michael confronted Jennifer, who had sent an email detailing his sabotage of Mia's career. The email spread like wildfire, exposing Michael's actions to the entire company and beyond. Mia, accompanied by a lawyer and journalist, entered Innovateka's office, ready to conduct the audit Michael had insisted she wasn't capable of. I'm here to show you exactly what I found, she said, opening her laptop to reveal irrefutable evidence of negligence. As the journalist recorded the scene, Michael's world crumbled. He had underestimated Mia, and now he was facing the consequences of his actions. Months later, Mia sat in her own office, watching the city through panoramic windows. Her company, Secure Solutions, had become a respected cybersecurity consulting firm. We have 17 new contracts this month, Jennifer announced, now the director of operations. Mia smiled, not out of revenge, but from the knowledge that she had turned her pain into purpose. And how's Innovatek doing? She asked, already knowing the answer. Michael was fired last week. They've lost 80% of their clients and are facing bankruptcy, Jennifer replied. Mia reflected on how Michael had tried to destroy her, only create something extraordinary in the process. It's not about levels, Mom. It's about proving that talent knows no boundaries, she said, embracing her mother as she prepared to speak at a major technology conference. Mia knew she was not just sharing her story, but advocating for a future where competence and integrity triumphed over prejudice. In the end, Mia Johnson had transformed her adversity into a powerful movement, proving that true strength lies in resilience and the courage to fight for justice.